Good morning. It is 7:20 on Saturday morning and it's the weekend. We're gonna have a fun weekend. I've decided you are coming along with me this weekend, mostly so that I have accountability to do more than just study, but also because I thought it would just be fun. You've seen what I do in a week at living here in Japan, and now you get to see what goes on my weekends when I'm not technically doing university work, so that's gonna be fun. Moderation does not come naturally to me. Whether it's eating sweets, spending money, or how I spend my time, I default into an all or nothing approach. Over the years, I've been working on fixing this, and I've gotten pretty good at having a mindset that accepts balance. However, I still struggle a lot when it comes to how I split my time. Now that I'm in Japan and I'm making new friends and have so many opportunities to travel, I've been trying to balance my priorities better. While my initial reaction when the weekend comes around is to study or work on my own personal projects, I know this is a unique time of my life that deserves to be fulfilled in all aspects of my world. So I'm trying to reshift my weekend priorities. While study and work is important, I also want to prioritize being more social than I usually am, giving myself the opportunity to create these once-in-a-lifetime friendships. I also want to have the time to let myself rest and reset afterwards, because I don't want to burn myself out. Hello, it is just after 5 o'clock. I leave for my special night out with the girls in like 20 minutes. I did not get everything I was planning to get done today, but that's alright. We managed to read and write and talk to 2 different friends, and I managed to script and film my podcast. Hopefully I'll edit it tomorrow and get it out. I also managed to go food shopping, which is good, go op shopping just for a fun little time out, get my internship post done. So that's a decent amount of work. Now all that's left to do tonight is to just have fun. So I'm putting everything else behind me. Doesn't matter what I did or didn't get done. It is now just time to party. The fireworks got cancelled, so we're trying to figure out a plan to do instead. Okay, I'm gonna try some Mexican chili now. I'm afraid for my life. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh, you're gonna die. So, if you just go for it, go for it. Really? 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 It's like needles. Another hiccup. Sushi was a bust, but that's okay. I think we're going to Korean. Korean is also full, so finding another backup. My favourite thing about making international friends is getting to compare cultures, learn words from their first languages, and just feel grateful that despite coming from different corners of the world, we click so well. I truly thought in coming to Japan, I'd only learn about Japanese culture, but I honestly think I've learnt just as much about my new friends' countries too. Dinner was a great success. It's at 9 o'clock and we are off to start karaoke. don't know if I'm going to last very long, but I'm excited to see your songs anyway. We've got more girls meeting us there, so good. We have our resident Japanese speaker. She's not actually a resident, but the person who knows the most Japanese is helping us all pay for our meal right now, so it's really nice to have friends.
Baby, can't you see? I'm calling something, girl. Baby, baby, baby. He said if you no, you better. If you don't talk, then you never see the light.
Hello guys, it is 11 p.m. This is honestly the latest I've been up the entire time I've been in Japan. My voice is quite hoarse, but I think that just means that I really did have the best night, and truly it was so much fun. I'm so happy. It was, yeah, so cool. But I'm excited to have a long rest. Hopefully I will not be waking up at 5:30 again tomorrow morning, so we'll aim for a sleep in and then see where the day takes us. So I'm so happy. It was so much fun. It was so nice. That was really, like, might be the highlight of my entire trip. Really nothing, no location, no special temples, no nothing beats having that much fun with just a cool group of girls, truly. So, night. The podcast is done, so now we are off to the cat shelter. Animal cafes are a strong part of tourist culture in Japan, where you get to sit and eat with dogs or pigs or owls. Obviously, I wanted to experience such a cool concept too, but when I started doing more research into them, I found that in most cases, the animals aren't treated in a way that I feel comfortable supporting. So I did some research and found a more ethical alternative. A cat shelter that lets you come in and spend time with rescue cats that are waiting to be adopted. I had a strict schedule and goal list going into this weekend, but by mid-morning on Saturday, it had pretty much completely failed already. I had calls that went longer than planned, surprise conversations, and an overall lack of energy and motivation that meant I couldn't work like the machine I aimed to be. Luckily, I remembered that nothing was important enough to not be able to shuffle around. So those special moments like an extra 10 minutes of rest or a call from out of the blue were able to be prioritized and, more importantly, just not rushed. And honestly, that's what the weekend should be for. Having plans and tasks, but also the time to take things at your own speed when needed. Good evening. It is now like 6:30 p.m. I've had a nice restful afternoon after the cat shelter visit, which was so nice, because I was exhausted by the end of it. It was a bigger trip than I was expecting, but that was mainly because of travel. But this shelter was so sweet. It was nothing like a cat cafe. You couldn't eat there or anything. It was truly a cat shelter that you can go and adopt cats there, foster cats there. They had people adopting cats while I was there, and there were just a bunch of different rooms that you could go into. A lot of the cats were sleeping when I was there, which was honestly so cute, but that was such a nice experience. And I even bought some stuff too, because it cost like barely 15 Australian dollars to go in and spend like half an hour with the cats, but all of that money goes into making sure that they can continue to be adopted, because all the cats there were rescue cats, which is so special. And this organization spends a lot of money and time in trying to de-sex and rescue other cats around in the area. So I thought, I'm here, I have some money, so why not grab a couple extra things so I can give them a little bit extra love than just the money of my half an hour visit and being able to see the cats. But I got this little, I think it's a cat brush for my cat back at home, which is exciting. I got a little pen, and this is the place Neko Republic. Just a normal little pen, but a sweet token. And then some little cat socks for somebody back at home. So that I feel good about. It was, yeah, such a nice experience, and definitely it's nice knowing that I can have these really cool experiences here in Japan with cats but not have it impact them and their lives, so in a negative way. Hopefully impacted in a good way, in at least a little bit, you know. But now I'm going to pretty much just keep resting for the rest of the night. I'm still tired from my big night last night, and so I'm going to try and do some work on trip planning, maybe booking some tickets and things, so that's exciting, and then hopefully calling back home again. So there's nothing really else to show. So thank you for spending the weekend with me. It has been so nice. Have a good night or day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye.